Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd and the best teeth in the game. And it's time for another edition of Let's Argue, where I go online. Nope, it's not argue, it's agree. Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd and the best teeth in the game. And it's time for another edition of Let's Agree, where I go on the internet, I accept your well-established opinions, your freezing cold takes, and your uncontroversial points of view, and I respond to the best ones in this video right here. Let's do it, yeah. 21 Savage deserves to be free. Thinking about this one, I agree. I personally haven't seen or read anything about 21 Savage's record or his background that would make him a danger to society, that we couldn't have him continuing to live in the United States of America. Plus, he was also brought over here at such a young age. He matured in this country. He has grown into adulthood in this country. He knows America. America is the country that he has come to love and exist in. He contributes greatly to our economy through his music and the business of ticket sales and streams and everything else that he does that generates money, creates tax revenue, certainly much more tax revenue than any conservative media idiot complaining about, oh, he should be deported. He also has 3 kids over here who people advocating for him to be kicked out of the country are essentially making fatherless. 21 Savage being kicked out of this country would be monstrously stupid. Music would be different if music was never invented. I honestly have to say that I disagree, because in order for something to be different than what it is currently or in the future or in the past, it would have to continue to exist. And if music didn't exist in the first place because it was never invented, then it couldn't really be different than its current state. It just wouldn't exist. You know, and I feel like just total non-existence is not exactly, in my opinion, a state of difference. It's just really kind of a state of absence. Look at me, getting bogged down in the semantics of philosophy and language and meaning in a silly YouTube video. Some people look great when bald, and you are one of them, my dear friend. I'm actually not bald enough right now. I need to cut my hair. Experimental hip-hop is for white people. Disclaimer, I love experimental hip-hop. I am white. Honestly, on this one, I think I'm going to have to disagree, and here is the reason why. One, whatever experimental hip-hop artists we're talking about in question, even if they are attracting a disproportionate amount of white fans, are they actually meaning to attract those fans? Are they meaning to attract just the white fans? Because to me, in order for something like a whole genre to be for a certain type of person, there would have to be some kind of intent there, some kind of messaging or artistic intent behind what the artist is doing or saying or attempting in attracting the crowd of people that they attract. So that's kind of the first point of that for me. And I don't think experimental hip-hop on the whole tries to attract white people by its nature or anything like that. And then on top of it, this whole disproportionately attracting white fans or white listeners thing isn't exclusive to experimental hip-hop. There have been tons of hip-hop artists over the years that have not really been that experimental in the grander scheme of things, actually have been quite trendy, maybe groundbreakers in their own right, but still trendy, and have attracted quite a few white fans. As it turns out, white people, they just love hip-hop. White people love hip-hop. I'm sorry. Just because a song is overplayed does not mean it is a bad song. I agree with your assertion here. The correlation causation thing does not work in the direction that you're proposing it, but in the other direction it does a little bit, because I would argue that often songs that are overplayed are bad because they fit a lot of lowest common denominator criteria. Music can be streamed on the internet. I don't know about that. I gotta find out about this. I'm currently on the Wikipedia page for streaming media, and we're gonna find out whether or not this is true. That's cool. Wow. What an exciting new frontier for media consumption. I'm listening to a song right on my telephone. This is a song playing off of my phone. I can listen to this anywhere. I can listen to it over here, listen to it over there, or over here, or over here. Melon is stronk boy. I'm a stronk boy, but I don't have anything in my immediate area to test my strength. You're just gonna have to trust me on this one. Rent in February should be cheaper than the other longer months. Yeah, I would agree. That and anything else that you pay for on a monthly basis. That's right, I'm talking to you 3 dozen different porn sites I subscribe to. Why does every month cost the same? The members of Radiohead do not actually have radios for heads. Well, with the assertion that you're making here, I have to agree. However, I feel like the focus that you are putting on Radiohead with this tweet is a little unfair, a little undeserved, because they are not the only band out there who are kind of playing this word game with their band name. Because the Black Keys are in fact not Black Keys, they are 2 grown white men, okay? They're not the Black Keys on a piano, all right? They're two human beings. The Ramones may have called themselves the Ramones, but that was just like their stage name and everything. You know, they weren't really like literally born Ramone. I mean, back when they were around, the band Women, they weren't even women. They were a bunch of guys from Canada. And now that I'm looking it up, it would seem the Unicorns are also not unicorns, just a bunch of guys from Canada. How many music groups out there are in fact not the things that they've named themselves after, but instead just a bunch of people from Canada? Frank should drop an album this year. Yeah, Frank Ocean should drop an album this year. I would love to hear Frank Ocean drop an album this year. That would make me feel happy. Frank, please drop that album. We want to hear it. We want to hear it. Bum 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 bum. Frank Ocean drop an album. Boop boop doo 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 doo. We really want to hear it this year. Frank Ocean drop an album, yeah. We really want to hear that album this year. We want to hear it this year. Ba-na-na-na. Frank Ocean, drop it. Frank Ocean, drop that album. Frank Ocean, drop the album. It's not bad for someone with the flu. John Mayer is an outstanding guitar player, especially within the blues style. But some people overlook this due to his pop singing career. I know people who only thought of him and dogged him as the Your Body is a Wonderland guy, but were blown away at his shows. Yes, I've seen plenty of impressive live clips, and the dude is really great at funk guitar and blues guitar, and he's really flashy and he's talented, and he picks these great musicians that he plays with. The dude is an incredible talent. However, just because he's great at jamming and everything, it doesn't really excuse the fact that for the most part he records and writes some really bland stuff. You know, great musicianship, just a really bland writer, unfortunately. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard has the best band name. Certainly one of the better band names for sure. I don't know if the best. I do think their name's a little bit cumbersome. However, who am I to talk? One of my favorite band names is Godspeed, You Black Emperor. Ah! DJing is an underappreciated talent. Yes, it absolutely is. DJing, turntablism, that sort of thing is really an underappreciated talent. Not only in terms of what a DJ could bring to your live show, like let's say if you're a rapper and you go on the road with a really talented DJ who could mix up your records, who could kind of chop it up with what you're doing lyrically if you're changing up flows, or you know, you need the beat to hit at a certain time, or you need some space or silence in order for a certain line or something to really kind of hit and make impact. Like a very talented DJ is absolutely necessary in those kinds of situations if you really want your live show to be off the frickin' chain. And by talented DJ, I don't mean guy that just like sort of presses play on the laptop in the background. And on top of that, if you want to go into DJing as like a solo artist and a solo talent, I mean, look at dudes like not only, of course, DJ Shadow, but also Kid Koala. You know, who there are plenty of clips of that dude online. Absolutely, like jaw-droppingly amazing what that dude can do with 2 turntables. My God. PewDiePie blatantly stole meme review from That Is the Plan, and not enough people acknowledge that. I agree. It's been acknowledged. He stole it. He's a stealer. He's a disgusting stealer. Tyler, the creator, is still banned from Australia, is he? Jesus Christ. I was just thinking about that. I was wondering recently if he's still banned, and the fact that he's still banned is stupid. Like, dude literally just soundtracked songs to a children's movie about the Grinch, and he's still banned from Australia. What's funny is the groups and the people who advocated for that at the time that they were doing it looked really dumb and cringy, and I feel like as time goes on, they only look dumber and cringier, and yeah, history's not gonna look good on you. I'm sorry. Father John Misty makes Banksy music. I'm gonna leave it at that. Over here next to my head is another episode of Let's Agree that you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Let's Agree forever.